So today I want to talk about Pheonix's firewall ability, and so first let's look at what it does. So going up, it puts this huge wall of flames up, and enemies who pass through that take a lot of damage. Something to keep in mind is that this is not like a weapon that you could just hit someone with. This cast time is like 3 seconds. Let's see exactly how long. So he starts it here. And he's still casting it at the 9-second mark. From 7 to 9 seconds, he cannot shoot his gun. This is an extremely long cast time. This is not something you're going to be able to use under a lot of pressure. And that being said, it is still a really useful tool, though. It blocks off a lot of sight lines, and you're not going to be expecting anyone to walk through it, because when they walk through it, they take a lot of damage. So, as you can see, he doesn't respect people walking through this at all. He just looks completely away from it. He starts checking damage. That being said, though, if you walk through and take 50 damage, and no one's expecting you to walk through it and take 50 damage, then you shoot this guy in the back. You know, killing Pheonix is a much better trade than taking 50 damage. So, while this Pheonix is giving his wall, like, the utmost respect, maybe an enemy doesn't respect the wall, just soaks the damage and flanks him for free. So it's just an interesting thing to keep in mind, is that this is not like an invincible wall. Another thing that could happen is a jet could jump over this and shoot him in the head. He doesn't respect it at all. But so it's powerful, but there's still counterplay to it, which I like. What else does it do? It blocks off sightlines. Oh, it lets people know exactly where you're standing when you use it. You know, they could say, oh, this wall came from right here. Pheonix was standing right there 1 second ago. You know, let me play around that. You know, okay, we have this information now. It's just a useful thing to keep in mind. Anything that gives enemies information is a slight downside. So that's about it. That's all I wanted to say for the wall, is that it brings up an interesting mind game of, like, do they respect the wall? Do they not respect the wall? Can I throw this wall in someone's face? The answer is no. And by the way, again, looking back at throwing the wall in someone's face, it has this really long... This animation here, where it's like orange and coming out, this is definitely not doing damage. This is just to show enemies, like, there's about to be a thing here that's doing damage. Don't stand here. Something interesting is that he can curve this. So maybe if he curves this right on top of, like, a small little nook, like right into a nook, then it might give the enemies, you know, the option of either sitting in there and taking the burn and dying, or maybe it'll flush them out. If it does flush them out, though, you have to keep in mind that this is completely blocking line of sight, so it would flush them out, and they'd have cover to run behind. This would be very situationally used offensively. I definitely think you could find ways to do it. I just think it would be extremely situationally used this as like a weapon. And that's it for the smoke wall, the firewall, I should say. Very similar to Viper's. And that's it. Yep. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll discuss more videos later. More abilities later.